CAF Champions League. Rivers United and Remo Stars lost, and probably only Rivers United.
Probably. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Rivers United has a chance to qualify, but Remo Stars are obviously out of the competition. But let's see, we'll talk about that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Go 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, the UEFA Champions League. Good morning, John.
Yes, good morning, dear listener. Good morning, Super Sports fans and football maniacs. Also, our markets. No?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm very fine. I'm very wonderful.
Now, so then they use IPTSD.
I've been crying now, but I'm fine, you know. But again, it's not the first time, but disappointing game of football last night. I have to be honest. Disappointing game of football. 4 home losses in a row. Like,
I mean, you and Liverpool did the same bucket.
no, but Liverpool have 4 games in a row. Me, I did 4 home. Like, for home, I don't lose 4 straight. Okay. And I will heavy margin.
Okay. We're going to talk about that game against West Ham versus Brentford that happened yesterday. Let's see. We'll see what happened in that game. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay. Let's start with that quick one. The game that happened yesterday. West Ham is in trouble. Even though they have a new coach, but he didn't buy players. He didn't even have a striker in that team that is striker that will save him. Yes, they play Paqueta as a striker, so they are struggling.
That was the biggest mistake.
They are struggling, but they have to be careful now. So they have to be careful, or else regulation is knocking on your door.
Yes,
I believe this is what he wanted to do yesterday, which was for me, sign of something terrible. You wanted to rotate the team, so you know the kind of players you have. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. No matter what you play, there should be Paqueta in midfield to create the chances. There should be Smashun-Check in midfield to win the area duels. Now, I don't know who you're going to play alongside him, but not Tariq. Or I was always against, if Nelson was always against Guido Rodriguez. But yesterday, when he came in as a sub, he did a little bit of good. And when they scored their second goal, we're 10 man down. You have to give us that now. Like the same excuse Liverpool fans gave. They said the 1 man was down. Mavropanos was out, injured, and we've already completed the sub. I don't know how you put him on the bench. You rotate the team. First, you rotate the team by playing Kyle Capitas as left back. Malik, they bench. First error. You play in pass, I'm letting me name. They pass that one anyhow for right back. He doesn't know what he was doing there. Wan-Bissaka was on the bench. That was another problem. Mavropanos on the bench. I've said it before, no matter what if you want to play a back 3, which is switched to in the second half, there should be Mavropanos in between that defense line. Todibo Keyman is not working, but he put Mavropanos on the bench, brought him in the second half, and he picked up a knock. And that was when I think he picked up a knock. 2 players were out when he scored the second goal, Somerville and Mavropanos. So 2 players were out, and they were basically playing against.
I don't know what happened, but if you look at this balance of game, Brentford deserve to win this game. They have 17 shots in total. 6 of them were on target. Compared to West Ham, 7 shots in total, only 1 on target. So come on, Brentford deserve to win this game.
The most telling factor for this game isn't who won, isn't who scored. It's actually who was missing in action, because we've seen it with Ange when he moved to Nottingham Forest. We also seen it now with Nuno Espirito Santo moving to West Ham. You cannot just come into a club and without a preseason, you want to start moving pieces on the board, moving players on the board. Start with the team you have first. That's till tomorrow. That's one thing that will never take away from Anslot, because he came in and worked with those guys, that system that was already there first, before you start moving things around. Okay, let's tweak this here and there and that. But how can you come your first game in charge, Abi?
No.
First of Nuno, yes.
Yeah. This is his 5th game, or 4th game.
Nuno.
After he came in after, he started games after October international break now.
Yeah.
So not October, the last month international break. So this is his 6th game in general.
So, but you came in and you just from the jump want to change everything instead of.
The worst part is not changing.
It don't make
everything.
sense.
I think the players, they are not still delivering for him, because if you notice when they came in, they were injuries. But I know, and I told you yesterday, no matter how injury hits the team, no matter how injury hits the team, no matter how depleted the team is in front of injury, no matter what you do, don't play that guy. That guy they call Callum Wilson, don't play him. Let him sit on the bench. And yesterday he was on the bench full time. Even while we were suffering, he was on the bench, and I like that. You get, but again, it was all thanks to Potter, who brought in what's it called now? This guy, and dropped Mavropanos on the bench. Started playing Keyman and Todibo. I feel like one of them should be played alongside. If you're playing a back 4, one of those defenders alongside Mavropanos, or you're playing the back 3, which he wants to play yesterday. I think in the second half he switched to the back 3, and you should have at least in my Papanos there, but he picked up a nugget.
Terrible thing about all this is that this is 6 games in 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 losses.
Okay, let's see
Not
what
looking
happens.
nice for him.
Let's see what happens with West Ham. I don't want to dwell so much in West Ham. If you look at the league table, West Ham is now 19, just 4 points after 8 games. And them and Wolves are the worst performing team. And let me put Nottingham Forest there because 18th is Nottingham Forest. They have 5 points. 19th is West Ham with 4 points, and 20th is Wolves with 2 points. They have not even won a game.
One win and they are above West Ham.
Fulham and Leeds United. They, if I win 2 matches now, I go past them.
If you win now,
If I
come
win
in
2
and
matches, I go
first.
past them.
Okay, but let's see what happens with them. Okay, let's move away from the Premier League and quickly let's just go to the La Liga at the weekend. The 2 boys, there are 3 boys, main boys that played. Real Madrid won Getafe 1-0. Atletico Madrid won Osasuna 1-0. But Barcelona won Girona 2-1. So narrow win for everybody. You just get your 3 points and win. Barcelona had an injury problem in that that game. They had to play Aruko for a strike, and he scored the winning goals. It was just a surprise thing for me. They were lacking. Lewandowski was there, Torres wasn't there. Both of them picked up a knock before the international break. They wasn't available. They started a young boy in that number 9.
Antonio Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez is that number 9. They have to bring in Arugo at some point in that game, and he played well. Actually, I watched some of his highlights. He played well, and he scored the winning goal. And everybody was just happy, rejoicing in that game. Fantastic game for Barcelona.
No, the most important thing is that every moment in time when you need somebody to step up for FCB, it may not be the fancy names, you know, but somebody will always step up. And like I said in that game, they've built a culture around that team where they play for each other. They play like a unit. And so it's just changing parts, but it's the same unit functioning week in, week out. And we saw that good performance for them in that encounter. Aruko getting in on the score sheet, fantastic one for him. At least a lot of people who have been on his back that is not the messiah in the center of defense. At least he's useful up forward. So
okay, and also Mbappe scored again in the La Liga. That's his 10th goal for Real Madrid this in the La Liga season. He's a fantastic player. He won that game for Real Madrid against Getafe.
No questions asked, but quick question, quick fire to Alonso. What were you thinking dropping some of your best players on the bench? Because I think the game changed in favor of Real Madrid after some players came in.
After 2 red cards, man, that's when the game changed in favor of Real Madrid.
Not even the red card. I think because see, you cannot tell me it was after the red card.
Don't even come and sell something else here that
there are some games who came in and the red card happened.
Vinicius.
Who came in? Ander and Vini. And they got it's one thing to have your best players on the bench, bring them in the second half. Defender don't tire by then. I've told you this thing before. If you have your best players on the bench, or if you have some players you consider your best players, not everybody's your best player though. They might come in as a sub and do well. If you have some players considered as your best player on the bench, and they come in when defenders are tired, it's easier for to pull a foul from the defender and get something off them than to start them when defenders are tough. Defenders will always be on them 90 minutes because the strength you're using to play, center using to play. But when I'm coming in fresh and you're coming in as a weakling, in that defense line, you're like a weakling. So me coming in fresh is that opening for me to get you a tackle because if I put you on the run, you can't chase after me. The only thing you have to do is to foul me. Now somebody got the second.
Where was the goal in the first 79 minutes of the match?
The sub, because the players that were there were strong. Like I said, defense strong, attack strong.
Defense no strong nothing.
No, they said that Getafe way they talk about.
Defense no strong nothing. I told you it was not going to be a walk in the park. QED.
But a win is a win, regardless.
They got a one win. Mbappe scored again and again and again. He has 10 goals in the La Liga season. Atletico won that game. Their own game 1-0. So it's going to be a huge race in this La Liga season. Next week, it's going to be the El Clasico. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Barcelona on Sunday the 26th. So the next game for both teams is going to be the La Liga. If Barcelona wants to top the La Liga table, they have to beat Real Madrid at home.
You've done it before.
So let's see what happens. Last season, they were just trashing Real Madrid throughout last season. So let's see if it's going to continue with this season. If Barcelona will win Real Madrid this season. So La Liga table, Real Madrid is still first with 24 points. Barcelona is second with 22 points. Villarreal is third with 17 points. Then the fourth position is Atletico Madrid with 16 points. Yeah, they are coming up gradually. Okay, everybody's at fifth with 16 points too. And Anthony scored 2 goals in this past week. So Anthony is actually doing well at his own club. Hopefully he will drag them probably to
Europe.
European not European title, but European competition. But let's see what happens in that game.
They drag them go before they no go last year. They no go. Maybe just knock them out.
Okay, but let's see. Okay, in the Serie A, big games in the Serie A. This weekend, I'll just give you some of the results. AC Milan came from behind to beat Fiorentina 2-1. Como beat Juventus 2-0. Juventus unbeaten has ended.
Maybe I said it.
Fabregas is doing well in Como. Torino beat Napoli 1-0, and Inter Milan went away to Roma to beat Roma 1-0.
As predicted.
For people that are saying that Kivu is not doing well, Kivu is picking up
Thank
points.
You.
But I think it favored this particular weekend favored AC Milan. Everybody is doing well I like their table. I like where it's panning out at Serie A. First position is AC Milan with 16 points. Inter Milan is second with 15 points. Napoli is third with 15 points. Roma is fourth with 15 points. This
the Milan combo.
This top four. If you look at fifth, Bologna is 13 points. Como is coming up with 12 points. Juventus has 12 points. They just lost their game. The only unbeaten team still in the Serie A is Atalanta. They have won after 7 games. They have won 2, drawn 5, and lost 0 with 11 points. But these top 4 guys,
that unbeaten is not important right
AC
now.
Milan,
that unbeaten is not important right now.
Let's look at Atalanta now.
Unbeaten.
It's not important right now.
But if I look at this league table, I used to remember the Serie A of old, where you have Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli. If Juventus come up, then it's going to be
Roma. That's the 4.
That's the 4. But good title.
They come on Lazio.
Lazio na bench then.
Lazio.
Okay, but if you look at this table now, it's going to be a good title race in the Serie A.
Yes, it's good. It's shaping up to be a good title race in the Serie A. Just 1 point difference between first, second, and third, and then even fourth, self. Then you now have the strugglers, coming behind a few points behind. It's shaping up to be a good one, and it's shaping up to be like this because we are seeing a resurgence of AC Milan. AC Milan took 2 steps back last season. Now they look to be taking a step forward, and hopefully they can sustain it. If you look at the likes of Napoli too, Napoli were unlucky to suffer that loss, but it's going to be a blip because they are going to bounce back and come back stronger. I am actually more concerned for Juventus not being able to beat Como, because that also says a lot about Como's credentials when you talk about their hopes for this season, making it into Champions League or Europa League. But then kudos to the generational talent at Como, Nico Paz. He was one that scored that fantastic goal to give them the win. So good game for Como, and in the league is shaping up right now.
League is shaping up. Who do you think will now succeed in this league? Even though it's still early now, but it's better. I like the way AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Napoli
because of Allegri and the people he brought in, the Serie A winner Allegri, and the midfield he brought in. The only person I'm looking at in that team is Rafael and my guy, Luka Modric. Outside those 2 players, the rest of the team they've been there before. They've been doing this nonsense. When they won the league before now, they've been doing this nonsense. They went into the market, brought a couple of players, and they continued doing their nonsense. I think 4 seasons ago when they won the league before Napoli. Now Allegri is coming up to say, okay, fine, we're done with all those celebrations. We've won the league. We're done celebrating. Let's go back and hunt for another title. And that's one thing that's good for them this season. But again, Inter Milan, like I said, I always say, forget where Kivu is right now. I never still trust them until I see difference. Okay. And I want them to win the league.
Okay, let's see what happens in this Serie A. In the Ligue 1 is shaping up. PSG drew 3-3 in their own game. Because of that, Marseille trashed their opponent 6 goals to 2. Now, if you look at the league table, Marseille is now first on the table with 18 points. PSG is second with 17 points. Strasbourg is third with 16 points. Lens is fourth with 16 points. At least they didn't give PSG their run of money. Small.
They don't give them that's the problem of money. They don't give her last season. Do you know how many times Marseille topped the table before they later dropped off and PSG was back up in there with about 6 points or so? They topped the table about it was head-to-head battle till I think till February or March before they dropped off and PSG went on that winning spree and won the league last season. So it's the same thing again. They brought in a couple of players in this season. They brought in a couple of players this summer to cheer up the defense. But what I'll talk about is Strasbourg. I keep saying it. Bluco have done a good business across 2 leagues. It's hard to say, but they've done very wonderful business across 2 leagues.
I don't think they've done wonderful business.
Where you say Strasbourg will they by 9?
I don't think they've done wonderful business. Basically,
if you ask me, if you ask me, I'm just saying one man's opinion though, because you cannot manage 2 teams and still get them to Champions League football, top tier football. But you know they will come out to one now. We've seen that with City Co at some point, with Man City and Girona at some point. But again, Girona kind of dropped off towards the end of the season. So just hoping that this people does not.
I talk about Girona and Man City played
It
the
was
Champions
actually
League.
it was not even City Co. It was actually what's it called now? John Textor, Crystal Palace, and
The
what's
one
the
that
name?
dropped off,
That's
I think
the one that
I was talking
is
about
more recent.
before then it was City, Girona and Man City, and they played the Champions League.
All of them
You
played.
get. Now the next one that was that they had to look for one to remove was Crystal Palace and the other person, John Textor. Then this one now, I'm just waiting for what Uefa will rule on this one.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. In the Ligue 1 is taking shape, but let's see if anybody who's going to challenge PSG this season. But you know they still have injury problems. Dembele still some of their players are still. When all of them come back, then we'll see what they are going to do in the Bundesliga. Obviously, the biggest game in the Bundesliga is Bayern Munich beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1. Perfect record for their coach.
Vincent
Kompany at Bayern Munich is doing well. 7 games, 7 wins, 0 draws, and 0 losses. They have 21 points. Obviously, they are going to run away with this league. Nobody is going to touch them because they are Hurricane is scoring goals. They are basically perfect in
Something
this
happened in that game, and we've not seen Olise celebrate goals before. You see him just that is normal wave and all of those things. But when they brought in Bellingham, I think he scored his goal off Bellingham's assist, trying to make a goal line clearance, and he stole and scored from there. And this celebration went like crazy. I feel like, bros, if you get personal beef with this guy, just talk him already. Because you score normal goal since they celebrate normal. Why is now when you tip this guy ball, you celebrate like that?
It's a rival.
It's a derby game.
Against
It's a derby game.
You go talk say you get person for mind. You don't score against Borussia Dortmund before. Don't be today be the first time.
So this one now a conspiracy theory.
No, I'm telling you, he has personal beef. Go and ask him. I've gone on his Instagram.
How are they going to have personal beef when they've never played together?
They've never even met before.
They've never even met
Maybe
before.
It's my brother vibe.
But let's see what happens in the Bundesliga. It's taking shape. Hurricane obviously is the highest goal scorer there with 12 goals. So all of them are him, Mbappe, and Haaland obviously is going to be fighting for the European Golden Boot this season. He has 12 goals. Fantastic player that Hurricane is. He played like a number 10 in this game. I watched that game.
Yeah.
Hurricane is like is a
he has
player.
Unlocked that versility when he played
he has it all the time actually. Because only
when they come back from CM.
Everything is that he's been playing as a striker, but he has that playmaking abilities since right from the one I started watching Hurricane, and he's still showing it at Bayern Munich at age of 31 or 32 he is. But let's see what will happen if he's going to win the Golden Boot this season. Okay, let's go away from Europe before we go to Africa, because our two boys that played Remo Stars, they disappoint me. But before that, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. And Anakletus Obi is here. Welcome to the show. Jacob Bigger Boy is saying, good morning, guys. I can't hear you people from. I can't hear from you. Okay. Good morning, people. I can't hear from you people. I think I don't know what that means, but I think maybe you can check your phone. Okay, Anakletus Obi is saying, okay, okay, I'm there, no. Otaro Dango use una do. Okay, Otaro Dango use una do training for una home. Anything we go lose, them they start by breaking the defense eye socket. EPL 1 PT una reduce number of goals. Brentford no gree. And also why you they wear West Ham jersey self. Be proud of. Okay, why you know they wear West Ham jersey self? Be proud of your relegation in progress.
You know they
I just the wait make league end. Make I watch West Ham play for 6 matches. Thiago and Dango just they press una neck. Okay, he's talking about Real Madrid again. Say you see PK against Real Madrid that was not checked. Getafe pressed Real Madrid's neck, and the official are always helped Madrid.
Thank you.
Referee just the dash red card to Getafe to enable Madrid breathe. Okay, Syria
clap for yourself.
Africa startup story on our YouTube channel says your table is looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, Jacob Bigger Boy say I don't know why teams that won trophies when they start new season they will always struggling. Thank God PSG are second in that table. Liverpool are now bonanza team. Okay, let's see
When
what
it
happens.
happened to City, all of you guys said that
Let's see
what's
happens,
happening.
with-
Sure, not the same.
Let's see what happens with all those. Okay, Charles is there. Charles is saying good morning, guys. Charles, good morning to you. Okay, let's move on to the Nigerian boys that played in CAF Champions League at the weekend. First is Remo Stars. Remo Stars was trashed at home, 5 goals to 1. There is no coming back. Cannot go to South Africa and score 4, score 2, even talk less of scoring 5.
All I want is your premium tiers now, so cause I called it here on the show. Leave that team, I'm Melody Sunday, no follow, blah blah blah. How far? How market? I said it here. I gave you updates before time. I've been
calm down.
I gave you updates.
I was supporting our own.
Look at the trashing.
I was supporting our own.
No, how far?
I have to support my own. No matter what happens, I have to support my own.
See, look at the trashing.
If you listen to the interview, the owner of Remo Stars, granted chairman, if you listen, he says, we don't have the financial muscle.
Excuse everywhere.
Excuses everywhere.
Wait, let me finish. The man says, we don't have the financial muscle. No club, according to him now, he said, no club in the MPFL has the financial muscle to go against the powerhouse like that.
Why now, not talk before the game
starts? Now, in that same interview, he said, the highest we pay our players is 400, 500K monthly. 500K naira monthly. That's the highest we pay our players. You see the ones that earn 200, 300, but the highest we pay is 400, 500 monthly. But in the opposition's team, they have players that earn $4,000 weekly, which means they are more technical, more advanced in play, and all of that. And I'm like, bro.
Now when I thought you will begin to remember story of your life, cry
and
me a river.
And I'm like, bro, it's football.
Cry me a river.
What and what FC they go play for big teams. Sometimes you go see boys from near go travel, go Suka, go wear better field, they go play, and then they win match. It's not about who you're playing against, it's not about technical ability. I think 2004, Man United lost the FA Cup final to QPR. Man United was more technical. It's the hunger in you. It's not how much they are paying you. If you lack that hunger to play, small team will come beat you. Well, look at Enugu Rangers now. Every day we are losing games to smaller teams. Wiki Tories we draw, and that's not why you will lose. The other one we draw. Now because the hunger no day. So the pay is not the excuse. You're not paying them well. It's not an excuse. Because that excuse you'll be like, it's over. We cannot go there. At the end of the day, it's like going to South Africa is in short, they go.
At every point in time in football, in business, in life, when you get a win, you have that test you must face. Either you take the blue pill or the yellow pill. Do you double down on your winning and reinvest in the team and improve the squad? Or do you cash out and take some lifestyle chips? Clearly, they've taken some lifestyle chips because they didn't reinvest in the squad.
Clearly, these guys are just better.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Now wait till you go talk now. Why you not talking before the match?
Barcelona lost 8-2 to Bayern Munich.
Why they not talking before the match?
Okay, if you look at it.
And again, he said something again. He said, in our league, we sell players every day just to
double down on your team. That's what I said.
Just to make the finances come true.
It's not about finances coming through. I told you this thing last time around when we sold almost 20-something players in Enugu Rangers here. You say, but they bought them back. You bought them back. How far where you there for league table now?
Okay.
Sometimes keeping talent is the best thing you can do for your business.
You cannot keep talent when money comes.
Sometimes keeping talent is the best thing you can do for your team.
You cannot keep talent in Nigeria.
Okay,
the 5-1 loss was more than just a defeat. It marks the worst home defeat for any Nigerian team playing in CAF Champions League. So it's a record for us here that we lost 5 goals to 1. 5 goals to 1 against Mamelodi Sundown at home. They are going to next week. They are going to travel to South Africa to play the reverse fixture. So there is no way they are winning that game. Or even if they are going to win, there is no way they are scoring 5 in that game. So obviously, Remo Stars are out of this competition. Okay, the people that have a small chance to qualify is Rivers United because they just lost only 1 goal to nil away from home. If they come back to play next week, they have a chance to qualify to represent Nigeria in the next round of the CAF Champions League. But losing 1 goal to nil away from home is not really that bad if they can muster a win in Nigeria.
Yes, losing 1-0 away from home is not that bad, but there was a win on the table for you in that game. QED, there was a win on the table. No matter, that's why I say, no matter how bad it is, if you say you want to settle for a draw, you will one way or another end up losing that match. You have to query on the win. Basically, query on the win till the 90th whistle. Then if it's a draw, you collect it, but you have to persist under your win. I don't like the fact that you say, okay, go there, lose. Afterward, there is their home. You are come back home. Where was the home advantage for Remo Stars? Where was the home advantage?
Okay, no, so they still have a chance. That's the point. They still have a chance to move to the next round.
The thing is, I don't trust the manager. I trusted Daniel Ogumodede. I was here telling you Daniel I trust all of that. But this Finidi, I don't trust him. With all the thing, I don't trust him. So he's a good manager, but let's hope. Because yes, in that game, if you had seen that game, you know that it was shameful to just travel away and play like that.
Okay, let's hope that not one of them, Rivers United will go to the next round because one of them, Remo Stars is already out.
Let's hope that Remo Stars will go there.
So there's no aspire to Maguire.
No, but what
if they went South Africa and lose 5 goals, they cannot score 5 in Nigeria.
What if they did?
They are not doing anything.
I believe in Remo. Daniel, I believe in you.
Check out.
But if Liverpool can do it against the almighty Barcelona, Daniel, Remo Stars will shine bright at night. We'll go there under the blue skies of South Africa and do better.
Stop gaslighting the people.
I'm not saying.
Let's go.
We can.
Let's see what happens. Anything can happen though, but it's going to be a long shot for them to overturn that one. But hopefully Rivers United can overturn their own and win their game. Okay, let's move to the UEFA Champions League because today is the UEFA Champions League games. So we are going to talk about the UEFA Champions League now. Barcelona is playing today early kickoff. Barcelona will play Olympiacos. KAIRAT will play PAFOS in the 2 early games happening today. Newcastle will play Benfica. PSG will play Napoli. Bayer Leverkusen will play defending champions PSG. Union St. Gilloise will play Inter Milan. Copenhagen will play Dortmund. Villarreal will play Manchester City.
Yes.
Arsenal will play Atletico Madrid. For the last game for today. Okay, if you look at Barcelona game versus their opponents today, Olympiacos, they should be winning this game. If it means that you don't need to rush anybody back from injury, play your game because you have an Clasico to play on Sunday.
That's the most important thing. Don't rush anybody back because you need everybody to be in full fitness. There's no need rushing somebody back only for them to go and pick up a worse injury and be out for a Clasico too. So you have to manage that expectation. Secondly, you also need to remember that this man will not be in the dugout for the Clasico because he got a card in that encounter. So you also need to manage some of these expectations. Even when you are flaring up on the sideline, look forward because it's important. In this encounter, just go there, play your game, conserve if you have to conserve, and hit on the break. Simple. You have to find a way to win. You are not with some of the best players you need in the squad, but you have a squad that should be able to go there and get 3 points. So go there, win your game, and come back home.
Olympiacos is not a pushover now, so sometimes we are talking about
this.
Talking about giant of Greece.
Now so
the main man.
Hype man.
No, it's tough. It's going to be tough playing against Barcelona, we know. But they have credible players. They have players we can trust. They have players we can play against and say, oh, these players are good enough. You get, but again, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to, like Godwin said, it's going to be a long shot going against Barcelona and winning. Especially traveling to the to the Camp Nou also and winning. But again, this game is still open because Barcelona has a high number of injury players.
Problems, yes.
So if I can manage the players I can see, because it's definitely going to come down to who is coming in as a sub. Again, because if the first team cannot break us, then the sub cannot break us. Because when you look at the Barcelona side, is who is on the bench. And if you don't see a credible player on the bench, then you can go with the mentality of we can run this for 90 minutes and win it. Okay,
let's get a prediction for that game. Barcelona versus Olympiacos. Who wins?
2-0 Barcelona.
Who wins?
Draw.
A draw. Okay, before we continue to other games, let's go to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments because there are some interesting comments, especially for that Remo Star game. And Marco Chukwu is saying, I said this before, so long as there is as long as there is a god of soccer, no team from Nigeria will make headway both continental and international level. Marco Chukwu, what did Nigeria do you? I want to understand. You always against Nigerian Super Eagles you are against. Remo Stars, what did they do to you? Okay, it's also saying Remo Stars tried but not conceding up to 8 new trash giant of Africa on paper. John, Remo Stars' home advantage can be found in 5 goals to 0. Marco, please support our Okay, Hamson is here. Hamson is here. Good morning, guys. Who will help West Ham now relegating Colin? You guys don't wear a jersey on the show. Okay, I'll go and buy one.
Now because they are just no fine.
I'll buy one.
They are just no fine.
Okay, Jaja Sonto is here. And his slot has been exposed to be an average coach. Okay. Finally, Jacob Bigger Boy is saying, okay, if you can watch what Liverpool played last season, everything's supposed to be afraid of them. But look at how they are doing now. Anyways, it's just their 8th game, so anything can happen. Thank you guys. Thank you to you. Okay, and Negletus is back. He's saying also hyping they your DNA. Come on for radio, Kukuma face hyping. Non so sabi hype everything. Okay, Chinago, welcome to the show. So good morning, guys. Okay, good morning, guys. Okay, Nigerian League football has been long gone since remote start. Get luck safe. Okay, they supposed to collect more even safe for that game, but let's see. Okay, Chinago, thank you for joining us on today's show. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Like the video. Okay, Charles is says Arsenal has showed us that fighting back spirit lately against Manchester City, Fulham. Kudos to the team. Okay, let's see. Chinago, thank you for being part of today's show. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Everybody that's on our YouTube channel, remember to like and share this video. Okay, let's continue with the Champions League game. Arsenal is going to play Atletico Madrid by 8 p.m. Arsenal is a strong side. They are the best, have the best defense in Europe. Everybody knows that already. They have not conceded more than 2 goals in the past 2 years or so. So they are strong. But Atletico have your best player there. Their best player there. They have Griezmann there. They have Solot there. They have attackers
they are resurgent after the
attackers that can hurt Arsenal, but Arsenal is still strong with their defense line. But in this game, what do you think will happen in this game? Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid.
I think Arsenal's biggest liability in this game is going to be that Gyökeres is not hitting the ground running yet. That's going to be the biggest liability, because you have Julian Alvarez, you have Solot, you have Griezmann, you have all these guys. And let's not forget
one person.
And let's not forget Giuliani Simeone, the main man there.
You're forgetting Simeone. No, call it. Just call her Simeone, the manager and the son.
Everything there, you understand me? In this game now, we are going to see Arsenal come up against the Atletico Madrid might. This is a game Arsenal would have won 2-3 years ago, even without these big names, because you would have counted on a Saka or somebody else in that team to, or Havertz as well, because Havertz came good for Arsenal in European competition. So in this game, hopefully Gyökeres can deliver. Hopefully somebody else in that midfield can also deliver. But it's looking like a tough game, man. Arsenal might actually lose this game, man.
But it's going to be a tough game now.
In Champions League, you look at where you're going to win the battle. In league football, we'll just tell you because of who you're playing with, the league, how the league is. You tell you where you're going. We tell you who is going to win without giving you dynamics of positional play. In Champions League football, because you're playing from teams from other league, we tell you where you're basically going to win the battle. And for Barcelona, we're saying it's going to be the attack and the midfield. But since they have problem in that attack and midfield, they only fall back to their defense against Olympiacos. Now, for Arsenal and Liverpool, for Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, the attack is not functioning for both of them right now. The other guy scored a hat-trick against Real Madrid also. He scored 2 goals against Real Madrid, and he'll be scoring goals.
Alvarez has been scoring.
Now, the battle is going to be in midfield. Who wins the midfield wins the game. And if you look at, since they let go of some credible key players in midfield for Atletico Madrid, they've not really gotten those replacements yet. It's the attackers that have been carrying the team, both in attack and in midfield. So if they lose this midfield to Arsenal, then they lose the game to Arsenal. It's as simple as that.
You bought 10 players. I don't know what replacement you are talking about, but
Thank you.
Let's get your
Thank you.
If you like me person say Ronaldo buy Rashford 10, let me say buy 10 players. That 10 Rashford and cannot make one. See, 15
who asked you to go buy 10?
Wait, Godwin, let me
answer. Because this is what you say concerning Chelsea too.
I want to answer Godwin. You sell one Messi, buy 17 Yamal. He not make up the one Messi when you sell.
Let me ask now. Who is the one player Atletico sell? They didn't have a star player to sell. So they actually added to their team. So they don't even sell anybody.
I want to give you one name.
Give you one name.
That name alone is the name of names. The poor.
That one. Wait.
I bet leave waiting in the.
You see Rodrigo, you see Koke. When was the day midfield for you? It's over.
See, they sold the Paul because he wasn't useful for them.
He was old.
Yes.
Now they tell you, and they don't get credit. Now
they sold the Paul because they wanted to be rich.
So let's see what. Okay, let's get your prediction for that game. Arsenal versus Atletico. Who wins that game?
Narrow win 1-0 Arsenal.
For Arsenal. Look, Arsenal doesn't consider
the same narrow win. Atletico 1-0.
Okay. I think the last time they came to the Emirates and the Europa League, if I can remember, I think they won Arsenal in that 2-1. Even with 10 men down in that game, I can remember. But let's see what happens. Arteta a team is strong, especially at home, and their defense is one of the
It's
biggest
the attack
defense.
for me. That's where
Yeah.
the problem
Okay.
will be.
Let's move on to the next game. The defending champions going away to Germany to play by Leverkusen. What do you think will happen in that game? Who wins?
Paris Saint-Germain, please.
Maybe by Paris, and they are not really in
You
form
know
this-
mean?
Their players are still injured.
You
Now,
know
we are
me.
giving excuses for Barcelona that are injured. See, now, PSG, man, no, give them
Paris Saint-Germain, please.
the injury list is long, but again, they still have a way of getting the team to work together.
Mhm.
The last time I saw is Emery playing midfield. I'm like, this guy is good now. Why is he always on the bench? But again, you look at his
Men dey
potential.
where they keep am
You
for
look at the
bench.
potential of the players in the team. He cannot come in and bench a player like João Neves.
At all.
He cannot bench a player like Fabio Ruiz.
Mhm.
But because they are not available, he's playing. Mayulu, for all the talk, I hype the guy coming as a sub to score a goal in the Champions League final and scoring against, I think, Barcelona and all of that. For all the talk about him being a wonderful, wonderful player, he goes down for bench if attack complete. Because normally, I don't know why he's now above in the pecking order before Goncalo Ramos. That's another question mark I need to ask.
Just know that Goncalo Ramos is a failed transfer at Paris Saint-Germain. That's just it.
That's one thing I need to ask him.
and it's also seen in other clubs too. Sometimes managers take over clubs and there are players that they can't even assimilate into the team. And sometimes it's not because they've wronged them or anything. It's just a manager bias. So you have to take it as it is. Manager
I
bias
also
in that
like
case.
now he's gone above in the pecking order. So I feel like if the attack is complete, Due, Bakola, Cavacelia, he sits on the bench. So these are basically bench warmers,
Okay,
and they are playing good football.
who wins in that game?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain to go away to Germany to win. Okay, not
And
so.
I'm looking at Hoyman to do something for us.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Hoyman, don't do something for us.
Newcastle will play Benfica. Newcastle have not really done well. They lost their last game in the Premier League. They are playing Benfica. Jose Mourinho is coming back to England again after he lost that game against lost against Chelsea in the last round. They are coming back to England to play Newcastle. Who wins in that game?
Votmade scores. Pavlidis scores. Maybe a draw.
This is your publicity.
It's all they fall everybody hand.
Pavlidis.
Newcastle for winning,
Votmade.
please.
Okay,
I
let's
feel like the intensity at Newcastle is just up there. And I feel like they should do something different. They've gotten a striker in different play style from the Isak's style of play where he drops in and tries. This one is just supplying the ball. He will get past it and
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Newcastle versus Benfica. Okay, Villarreal will play Manchester City today. City and Haaland obviously is going to be the player that everybody needs to watch out for because obviously Haaland is a machine and he scores goals. What he does in the team, he can have only 5 touches and maybe the 6th one he has scored a goal. One chance he has scored a goal. So he might be just pacing around the field and you don't know. 1 minute he's just running, just jogging. The next minute he's on your goal post and he has scored a goal. But Villarreal is strong because they are playing. They qualify for the Champions League, but it's by merit. But City winning the game should be something that they could go to Villarreal and win this game comfortably.
Why not? The most important thing for me is not necessarily seeing our starters start, but seeing our guys coming back from injury start, because I want to see more of Mamouche, I want to see more of Ryan Cherki, I want to see more of Kova in that side as well, because I feel like Kova gives us more cover in that midfield with KDB out of the position. So Kova possibly alongside Tijani Reinders would be a solid pairing at that center midfield. Cherki in the 10, hopefully somebody else, maybe Mamouche up forward.
But all the thing you're talking, Haaland must score goal today.
Haaland will score that one. He will score 2-7.
What do you think will happen for this game?
no comments until after the game. But all this hype will die down. See all this hype. I mean we hype man, but all this hype. Cherki starts. Haaland there. Tomorrow.
Bro,
Like, come tomorrow.
I'm not even hyping.
We'll tell you why they call them. We'll tell you why they call them the yellow submarines.
Okay,
By the time we carry you and put you underwater.
That was what you said
And
against
choke you
Brentford,
there.
that market.
Okay, let's see what happens.
It's
in that
yellow
game.
submarines. When we carry you underwater and
That was
leave
what
you
you
there.
said against Brentford,
You go
that
find air.
market.
You go know that. You know why they sing that song? No air, no air.
Okay, PSG will play Napoli. Who wins in that game?
PSV.
PSV will play
PSV versus
Napoli.
Napoli.
Yeah, who?
And Napoli have struggled in recent games. I have to give it that. They've struggled in recent games. It seems like teams are beginning to find their stronghold and begin to go on to the. I just feel like change dynamics of play.
So
You know,
who
in the
wins?
midfield is
Napoli
where it is.
wins, please.
The midfield is where it is for me, but just find a way to get around it.
Napoli wins. Teams have been doing that, but not in the Serie A. This is a Dutch side, and I don't see them beating Napoli.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Copenhagen will play Dortmund in the final game for today. Who wins in that game?
Grassy scores.
Copenhagen.
Okay, let's take phone calls and get your prediction for today's Champions League. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Please, when you call us, please turn down the volume of your radio set or step away from your radio so that we can hear you, so others can hear you. Please, please, please. Okay, let's take the phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good morning,
Good morning.
to you. Name and location,
Good
please.
morning, Prince from Milan. Good morning to the best hype man.
AKA also in the building.
I will be still able to one after the other. You see, Nigerian League.
Mhm.
You see, ordinarily, what is it called? Ghana League and Burkina Faso League. Nigerian League don't hear them at all.
You don't go.
Nigeria League
You don't go.
is
You don't go
in
Ghana.
Africa.
You don't go Ghana League.
I follow Ghana League. You see, Asante Kotoko. These people, I follow their league very well. I watch their league. That's why I say they are more mature than Nigeria.
Okay.
And that's why when they come to Africa, you see them doing well in the Champions League and Confederation Cup.
Okay. But,
See, Nigeria, it's not about the money. It's just that Nigeria doesn't value sports. That's just the fact. The day we start valuing sport, that's when our sports, everything about sports in Nigeria will develop.
okay.
That one aside. Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
2-0 win.
Okay.
KAIRAT and PAFOS, full-time draw.
Okay.
PSG by LEVERKUSEN, PSG 3-1 win.
Okay.
Napoli PSV, Napoli, they will win. It's either they win or they will draw that match.
Okay.
Villarreal Man City. Now, because say this man did there. Even though you know to win, you make a man no score. That guy not beast. That one, that's all. That one, he go score goal. Man City play draw.
Okay.
Copenhagen, Dortmund. The Dortmund not care for these people go surprise them all. But I'm giving Dortmund win on draw.
Okay.
Arsenal. Rangers don't consider only 2 goals for this season. I don't know. I don't do that team. I think I treat that team very well. Only 2 goals now they don't consider.
3 goals actually.
For Premier League now.
Yeah, 3 goals. 3 goals, yes.
Yeah, 3 goals.
Yeah.
Where others don't they consider 10, 15?
All right, thank you very much.
That's why they go. But I said there's something I want. There's something John said yesterday. I didn't
Please
say.
quickly, yeah.
John, you see Haaland, never reached the shoe of Kane.
And
Ebelebe.
na hyping in the do.
Listen.
Ebelebe.
Mbappe and Luis Suarez talk more of wishing to.
Argue with your keyboard. Argue with your keyboard. Argue with your keyboard.
Thank you very much.
Argue with your keyboard.
Okay.
Say, I'm even Mbappe. Never reach level.
Bro, pull up 100 games of these guys. Let's see the numbers.
I know your John is hyping it,
Simple.
but don't compare them with the quotes. Until then, we will compare them. But let's see. Let's take phone calls. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay.
Welcome.
Good morning to
Morning.
you.
First of all, let me say congratulations to Man U.
Oh.
That they wowed me.
Mm.
Very happy. Yes, I did not see it coming. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people that see it coming. For me, I did not. Since 2016,
16, yes.
we did not see it. Even though we not only did it last, if you remember our last leg,
Yes.
Maguire could have done it.
Mhm.
We did it here. It could have ended in 2. It ended in 2-2 Maguire. And
Yeah.
this is what the game is called redemption.
Yes.
Maguire now redeemed himself of what he has done. But congrats to them. I give them credit. That is better individually, collectively. For the past 3 years, they have been better about this before. And that's why we love football. Sometimes this 99, that 1% can happen.
Yeah.
That's why we say that some things are not impossible, but they are difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are very difficult to do. Not like they are impossible. Because of this, make what we think like impossible happen. But because it's difficult. Understand?
Yeah.
Then before I drop the call, I want to say congratulations to Morocco.
Yeah, the under 20, yes.
Their intention about developing it.
Yes. Yes.
You know what you have them? It's not only one section that is performed.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like in the national team, the female team is doing well. The national team is doing well. Even under 17 or 20, that even their league, they meet other them. FIFA is mounting all these in their place. But they are hosting this one, they are doing this one.
Yeah.
So everything, they are now building FIFA standards, not only camp standards.
Yes.
These are intentional countries that want to invest and people, and they agreed not to be chopping the money.
Thank you.
You know, that's why some people
You double down, you reinvest.
John will be like, no, let's hear this money so that we chop. You get it. But when people are intentional about what they want to do, if they collect this report, me, you do this out of this standard, I do it with my budget on chopping the money.
Okay.
Congrats to them. Thank you. I'm taking a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. Yeah, they won that final under 20 finals, 2 goals to 0. They beat Argentina in that game. Fantastic game for them. Morocco is building building their sports in their country stadium. The national team has qualified for the World Cup. The big teams, they are under 21 the World Cup, so they are doing well. So congratulations to
They are
them.
going to win the World Cup now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, John. Good morning, also.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
This is Regina, not from Council.
Okay.
Welcome.
What is your contribution?
Today, me and Atletico Madrid.
Mhm.
You know the importance of ATL.
Yes.
I will remove them card.
You go cash out today.
I want to remove that card and slot it into the machine and collect all the money and put for the Emery. That one I complain about hot water. That one they never say anything. That one I just bad. This night between me and them, you must beat them. This one is not as a finger. You will beat them 2-0. I mean, Emery, nothing like that about it.
Okay.
And also, how much it has what you have for. You know, they are trying to attack it. When you talk about my striker, we see that striker.
Thank you.
Okay, today. All right.
But engineer,
Thank you very much.
engineer.
Okay. I don't want argument.
So I'm not arguing with engineer because he was the only one that agreed that he was going to struggle at first.
Okay.
But now the whole Arsenal fans are saying different things.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. We can hear you. Name and location, please.
Okay, this is especially in the studio. This is Alex calling you. Please, please doesn't know what he's saying. I can't tell me that there is no about money in Nigerian league. How did he even put this? You know when you have interest in what you want to do, when the right people are being placed at the right time, at the right places, when the right people are supposed to be placed at the right places, because you cannot have me someone doing agriculture come and handle sports in Nigeria. I'm telling you.
Hello?
Joke.
When you pump in money, when you pump in money into the league, then maybe you can have some results. You won't have players going out. When they play one season, when they play well, you see them going as close as Tunisia here, as close as Cameroon, or maybe probably South Africa. And that one is by the way. Please, you see the Champions League this night. It's going to be an interesting one. I must say you guys, especially that Atletico Madrid. This one is not making noise now. It doesn't know what the outcome of that game is going to be. I'm telling you, we are likely you see ATM winning in Emirates. They are making noise because we have known Arsenal to be formidable. We know that the attack has been Arsenal to be formidable, but you cannot outthrow what Diego Simeone and his guys will do.
Yeah.
We have our friends that is informed there. You understand? So
Okay, let's I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Atletico is a big team, so nobody can underestimate what they can do when they go to the Emirates. But let's see what happens in that game. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Pedro, what is your contribution? After you going to lose. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Newcastle City. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank. Okay. Bayern is playing tomorrow.
Bayern Munich is playing tomorrow. Bayer Leverkusen today.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what happens in this today's champions. It's going to be an interesting game. Tomorrow we are going to be back to talk about this game. By this time tomorrow, all these games has already happened. We'll see if Arsenal can do something against Atletico or win that game. Arsenal have not conceded more than 2 goals for the past 2 years, so they are strong. They are one of the best defensive record in Europe. They are conceded only 3 goals in the Premier League and 0 goals in the Champions League after 2 games, so they are actually strong. But let's see what happens in today's Champions League. Hopefully it gives us a lot of goals, because we like goals, man. We like Champions League and goals. So tomorrow, today, let's see what happens, especially Arsenal against Atletico Madrid. Let's see what happens. Man City is going away to Villarreal. Let's see what happens in that game. Barcelona is playing, and all these games. PSG defending champions are playing. But let's see who wins in today's game. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Finally, on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Chukwu guys saying, please tell Hansu Bobo to play Arugo as a number 9 today. Okay, finally Jacob is saying Arsenal is going to struggle in this game, because looking at Atletico Madrid squad, you observe that they are likely to likely to a Brazilian team. So to me, I predict ATM to win their game. Okay, let's see what happens in this game. Tomorrow we are going to back discuss all these games tomorrow. Join us tomorrow by 8 a.m. sharp. Or if you are not, if you are not even going to be around Enugu, please join us on our YouTube channel at Volt FM Sports. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Enugu, and welcome to Volt